What's going on, folks? How's everybody doing this evening? Let me make sure we have got a feed going. Let me know in chat. Everything's going. Yes, because I'm by myself. All I need is a thumbs up from one person. There we go. There we go. So, how is everybody out there doing? I'm going to kind of let this one build up a little bit before I get knee deep into it. Of course, I got trusty old cat to come in on this one also. So, like I said, gonna let this build up a little bit before I talk about some of these topics. How's everybody out there doing in chat? It is a Saturday evening. Hope everybody's doing good. See folks starting to stir in here. What's everybody vaping on this evening? Anything good? I'll let y'all tell me what y'all are vaping on instead of the other way around. What's going on, Greg? All right, this is starting to pick up a little speed now. What's going on, Ronnie? And everybody out there. Oh, some loaded glazed donuts. I hear you. Yeah, I got loaded laying around here somewhere. Captain and Tea Crib. There you go. Doesn't matter what you're vaping on as long as you're vaping. I know most of the group is down in Miami right now. I know they're all having a good time. Would have been awesome to be down there with them. But I had more important business to handle up here. I'm officially an empty nester. All the kids are doing their thing. Truck and shut up. You're going to have to dish out more than that if you want silence out here. So, all right, we got enough folks kind of cranking in here. This is kind of just to hang out with y'all a bit too, but let's talk about something that's going on and that can affect me in some ways and not really affect me. So certainly you've started hearing more and more on videos and talking live shows about demonetizing videos and all that, especially kind of wrapped around the vaping world. I can't speak for anybody else's platform as to like what other YouTube channels and what they've got going on with theirs. I don't know what's happening. I don't keep up with that, but I have been somewhat keeping up with what's going on in our world. And apparently it seems to be a lot of the larger reviewers are starting to get hit with multiple many videos getting demonetized on their channel. It's still kind of new because it seems like it's just starting to take effect. So I don't know what all the key things they're exactly looking for to consider it to be demonetized. I've heard talk about it. Matter of fact, I just watched a video from Matt, Suck My Mod. He had a pretty good layout on things and talked about some stuff. So he made mention of something, though. He noticed in some of his videos that ones that were being demonetized had the word vape or vaping or something to that form in the title. So it kind of sparked something in me to say, hey, and first let me say this. If y'all know me, y'all subscribe to me, y'all keep up with me, bigger thing I do on my channel is do my live shows. I love doing them. I think it's an awesome thing. I'll do them till they can't be done anymore. But they are monetized videos. If that's something I want to do, I should have that option to do it. But what is the title to my show? The True Vapor Show. So I've actually got the word vapor in my title, which is going to be in every title. So now I'm wondering, do I need to change the name of my show? True. Yeah, channels ST Vapes, you know, you can't, it's there, it's in front of you. But I don't know if it's so much the title of the channel as opposed to the title of the videos of what they're going after. But if they're going after the videos that are actually being thrown up, good Lord, I've got a ton of videos up with my shows. Hell, I've done what, 108 of them. True Vapor Show. So, but here's the other side of the coin to this. Monetization on my channel is just a little luxury. It doesn't pay any bills. It doesn't pay much of anything to me because my channel is smaller. But again, if I want to reap some of the rewards from it, I should be able to. But it'll be basically nothing if they take a hold of that. So, and this is not a video to get on here and whine and say, ooh, I can't believe they're doing this, but it's kind of upsetting to know that this is going on. And it makes me wonder if it's not going to extend out even further than YouTube at some point. Are they going to go after Instagram and do things? Are they going to do, you know, how deep is this actually going to go to the point where it's not even monetization anymore? It's where they don't even allow this stuff. And, you know, it really makes me start wondering about all this crap. It's pretty crazy what's going on in this world. Again, a product that is supposed to help you is getting the shit banged out of it right now. And it just doesn't make any damn sense. You know, of course, we've been preaching this for a long time, but man, it really just makes me wonder what's going on with all this crap. You know, it's like they're trying to hit from every angle they can with some of this shit. So, you know, of course, I'm going solo, so you'll have to give me a time or two to let me vape. Yeah, after seeing some of this crap now, man, it really just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder how far is this actually going to start going. Let's see. Okay, take it away, Johnny. Thank you there, Greg. Yeah, we got some idiots out there. That is true, Carrie. That is true. I guess if you really want to stay out of the obvious, you're going to have to get creative on how you title things and what you do on here. But also, let me say this right here. I know there's a lot of channels getting hit with all this crap. And it's not just vaping, but I'm in the vaping world. This is what I know. And I know it's starting to get hit. How deep is it going to get hit? I don't know that yet. But apparently it's starting to get a grip on things. So what's going on, Adam? I see you out there. Shane, what's happening? Yeah, we're always going to have trolls out there somewhere. What's Trucker got to say? Still got that killer custard strawberry. Good stuff. It definitely is. Matter of fact, well, I'm on the OG custard right now. Loving both. I've been running the hell out of those. Yes, it is. It is a stupid deal that's going on there with you. I mean, what is y'all's thoughts to all this? I mean, for people that are not involved in YouTube, I guess maybe it really probably not a big deal at all. And so it's kind of both sides of the coin. Some people might care, some people don't. But And again, it's not even about the profits, especially with me, because I don't really profit much from it. But it's just like, I mean, this is my channel. It's like somebody still has control of this channel other than me, and it sucks what's going on with things. If you haven't checked Matt's video out, check it out. It's an awesome video. You know, kind of a lot of these guys that deal with this a lot more can clue you in a lot better on things because they deal with a lot more. But I do have a little small piece of the pie with it. That's true, Gregory. What? I'm trying to get my eyes focused here on that. How's ST today minus the BSPF YouTube? Okay. What's happening, Ronnie? What's going on with you out there? Oh, okay. I got you now. I got you. How's it going, Willie Billy? Mooch, what's going on? Hopefully, I might have Mooch on this coming week if he's going to be available. That should be a good show. Always love, well, he's only been on once, but love having him on there. That's a good way to shut Mark down because you get to talking about batteries. Mark's just clueless, so he has to shut down real quick. Oh, I see Sid out there. What's going on, Sid? Ronnie, you want to come on? You want to tell your side of the story there? We can get the smaller channels involved in here and talk a little stuff. I don't think I've ever had Ronnie on my channel. Give me a heads up, Ronnie. Well, thank you, Stephen. Thank you. I guess Ronnie's not paying attention. Other than that, yeah, that's been going on, and it's a little disturbing right there. Also, I have more information coming up for y'all at hopefully by Thursday. But I've had a change of events happen with me at my work. I've taken on a new job, which is going to require me to change my hours, possibly for a couple of months, maybe. And if it does, I'm going to be on a whole new time schedule, which means no morning show for a while. I'm going to flip it over to the evenings. I'm just not certain on which day yet, time or anything. I got to look and see what everybody's schedule is and make sure I'm not intruding on anybody, because normally I'm at work during the evening, so I can't keep up with everybody. I know most of the group in general that I hang around, what they do, but there might be a few others I got to check and see. So that is going to be coming up. That's something I can't avoid. So there is going to be an evening show from me for a little while until I can flip it back to where until I get back on my shift. So I did want to throw that out there. No, well, it is completely a new job, but it's still with the same place. I'm moving on up, I guess you can say. But like I said, I'll have more information on that Thursday, I hope, within this week. So it's going to be a big change for me. Yep, it'll be a nighttime show. The only night I've been trying to look at things a little bit already because I knew this was coming up. Thank you, Mooch. Tuesday nights is about the night that I'm seeing. That is about the only one I'm going to be able to slide in, and I'm not even for certain at what time period yet. But Monday nights are taken, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I don't want to schedule a Saturday night thing because I don't always know what I'm going to be doing on my Saturday evenings. So I don't want to have to keep saying, hey, it's not going to be this week. So Tuesday is probably looking to be the day. It's just I got to make sure at what time on Tuesday. So I'm hoping maybe somewhere possibly maybe 7 or 8-ish. I don't know yet. It'll be definitely have to figure it out. Tuesdays are Project Fog and Plumes of Hazard, I believe, is Monday night. And Project Fog is on Tuesday. So again, that's where I'm saying I might have to work around some stuff. All right, Ronnie, I'll send you a link. Let's see if I can do this right here. Yeah, give me just a second. Bam. Invite. See if that went through, Ronnie. If not, I'll have to send it to you a different way. No, I am Central Time. So Fog goes on at 8 p.m. Central. So yeah, it might be that I have to do a 7 o'clock Tuesday evening thing. So, and yeah, and my show's only run an hour anyway, so that wouldn't affect it. Yeah, Monday would be cool, but Brian has his thing on Monday, and then I'm kind of like, ugh, you know, after watching Brian's, you know, is everybody gonna be wanting to watch another show after that? So I don't know. And not every show is for everybody. You know, some people prefer certain shows, some people prefer different. So we don't always have the same groups that watch all the same things. So I also taken that into consideration. But again, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm normally pretty good about, well, I've always been good about that because I've always had a morning show. But even like on Saturday nights, like say right now with me doing something, I'm pretty, I check around to make sure nobody's got anything going on before I drop something down. So I didn't send it to you on Facebook, Ronnie. Hold on. I guess I can do that though. Give me just a second. Normally I wouldn't have all this going on as I'm speaking, but oh, I love having 2 monitors now. It's so much better to be able to see and do what I want on here now. Love that. All right. Let me bring up that. Let me find Ronnie on here. Where you at? Where you at? There you are. All right. Paste. And send. There you go, kid. Next out of there. Apologize for that. Let me come back over here. Okay. Again, man, I've been trying to keep up with videos from everybody from down in Florida, down at Miami. Haven't seen too many live videos coming out of there, but been pretty good.
Howdy, boss.
What you say there, Ronnie? What's going on?
How we doing?
How's
everybody out there doing? Fantastic. Yeah, I saw Matt's video today, and I checked my channel too, man. And fucking crazy, dude. All my videos are like all demonetized, almost every single one of them.
Really?
Yeah. It looks like, especially my Armageddon Vapes one, man. anything that like has the word vape in it, or I mean, I don't put review in my titles, but it's crazy, man. I can't believe they're doing all this crap. I mean, for me personally, like my channel's not big enough anywhere near the other guys, you know, so for me, it's not like it's a full-time income for me, but I mean, still, it's a couple extra bucks, you know. It's just a point that it's not even, I'm not even upset for myself. I'm more upset for everybody else. I think it's ridiculous, but I think it's happening across the board from what I heard, you know.
Well, and the thing is, even right before I put this one up, I went through all my videos. Nothing's been touched yet on mine, but I don't know. So it's kind of making me keep an eye on things now to see if there is anything going to happen with it. But if it's happening with you, like it says, it doesn't matter the size of your channel. So
yeah, and I didn't even get notified or anything like that. I just realized I just started after I saw Matt's video tonight, right? Because I had heard a couple of people that having issues, you know. I checked some of my videos and I'm like, oh wow, that's weird. I'm like, I know those were monetized because I recently just got like a $15 check from YouTube for like the last month and a half, and I was like, oh okay, cool, you know, whatever. And then I'm like looking, I'm like, wait a second, that video was monetized. I know that, and like literally all my videos, none of them are monetized, and I only had a few that were monetized, so. You know, I didn't really get into the whole monetizing thing yet. I was going to, but I mean, like I said, even not for so much for me, it's more for, I'm upset more for you guys, the larger channels, you know what I mean? That's what bothers me the most, you know?
Well, and again, it's even like with a channel my size, I'm still don't get much revenue, not compared to where you jump up into, you know, Mark, Mike's, all their level. You know, those are the guys that are really going to take a hit off of it. Again, you know, I mean, I'm not going to go into all the, because we've done this time and time again, talking about, hey, you know, I do this on YouTube, I should get this, I'm not going to do all that, you know. Yeah. But, I mean, that option's there to be able to take it, so you should be able to have it.
Exactly. Yep. And that's the thing too, is like from what I heard from some of the really big like daily vloggers, I was watching one guy that does like prank videos, right? Nothing really crazy, nothing harmless, you know what I mean? Totally harmless. You know, nothing crazy. They pretty much demonetized his whole channel, and the guy's got like 5 million subscribers, right? And the guy was making like $3,000 a month, and then he started seeing it slowly progress down. And then what he had heard from YouTube directly was that the monetization guidelines are being set now by something called YouTube Heroes, which is like basically YouTube Heroes is like a it's like a volunteer thing where somebody can volunteer to become a hero, right? They have to have a channel. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a big channel, but basically what they do is they sit around all day long on a volunteer basis and just hit click. They just skip through videos and see if something's offensive. So if somebody on there doesn't like vape or they have their own agenda, all they got to do is just sit there and click on all the vape videos and just demonetize, and they get flagged, and then that's when they get reviewed and demonetized.
Exactly. Yeah. And Mitch, that was a sarcasm in this title by saying, can I even use the word vape and doing it like I did, because
exactly
that's what I'm saying. If the word vape, vaping, anything vape is in a title, it appears that's kind of what they're starting to sink their claws into. So yep. And again, like I said, having a weekly show with that word in the title, even at this, you got the Vape team, which is to me, a very, very large show and channel to itself.
Absolutely.
And what's to say, I mean, you're obviously not going to change the title of that. That's just too good of a title to have to change. But sure. if you take a hit from it, it sucks. Yeah. So
I mean, some of the guys do it full time. Mark does it full time. Mike does it full time. And that's when it's I mean, we have regular jobs. Two of us, but I mean, some guys. There are plenty of YouTubers out there that do this for a full time gig, and I understand that they do, because. Like the way the one kid described it, right? He's like in his 20s, and he's they can call him daily vloggers, but he does prank videos and stuff. And he's like, all right, so I rent a limousine that's like $300. He's like, I got to pay, my friends to film, whatever. That's like $150. And he's like, I got to pay myself something because I got bills. So he pays himself like $100. So like $500 a video he has to clear just in order to whatever. And the kid's not even making like $100 a video now, because what they do is, instead of putting like I guess the higher paying ads are going for like probably the more mainstream stuff like CNBC, CNN, those guys that have YouTube channels. I'm sure those guys are getting the higher paid revenues, because obviously there wouldn't be anything offensive on there. But, you know, if anybody even thinks the word vape is offensive, or like I got a terrible mouth. It's always been that way, you know, since I was a kid. So, you know, I curse a lot in my videos. I'm just, you know, that's just how I am. And I'm sure that probably offended somebody, you know, or they can consider nicotine use as being drug use, because that's just the way that they have it worded. Tobacco use, drug use, you know what I mean? It's insane. And like I said, I feel bad for those guys, because, you know, I mean, what's been awesome about this whole experience that I've had for this last year and a half is that, you know, the friendships and the community that's based around it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, meeting you and Mark and Mike and Brian and everybody. You guys have been so awesome and welcoming and all, you know, and I really value those friendships, and that's what's important to me, you know. And to see somebody like, you know, Mark, let's say, who does this as a full-time gig, to get hit that hard, or like Matt from Suck My Mod get hit as hard as he's saying, I mean, it's crazy. It shouldn't be that way. You know, we're all content creators. We should be able to put up our own content, and the ads run as the ads run. Just because we have vaping in the title or whatever it is that they decide is their, you know, their decision on how they demonetize, they put no paying or low paying ads on the videos that they find offensive. So it really is pretty messed up.
And another thing too, I just missed I missed a FaceTime call from Fagan. I guess, hold on. I'll see if he wants to join us here. Hold on.
And I did see in the comments there that somebody was saying it's not YouTube Heroes demonetizing vape videos. From what I read and what I've heard from multiple people, that it's YouTube Heroes, right? That community of people, those volunteers, are what's flagging the videos to YouTube in order for them to check it out. And basically they'll say, okay, you know, this video is offensive. So they may say, my last video I did was offensive, right? It'll go to YouTube, and then YouTube will make the decision whether it's a maybe a mistake, or is it something that they can consider, you know, because I curse a lot, or because it's tobacco use, or whatever it is. But those all originates from YouTube Heroes. So YouTube Heroes is the vessel that they're using to demonetize all these videos.
Yeah. And I've even heard from some people that, of course, offensive language, they're going after that. So
yeah,
to me, if you're going after somebody for offensive language, I mean, that's freedom of speech. Now, there's a flip side to it, and let me explain both. So if I had a family-oriented company, yeah, maybe I wouldn't want my ads attached to somebody that's just very vulgar and crazy and yada yada. I get it, but there's got to be a better way to do this right here than what's going on with it. So,
of course, you know, and it's not like anybody here is getting rich. I mean, some of those bigger, I mean, especially when you consider what we do is in such a small space of what YouTube actually is. You know, you look at the daily vloggers, they have 5 million, 10 million subscribers. That crazy Russian hacker guy that I'm sure everybody watches, he's pretty cool. That guy gets like, I think he's got like 50 million subscribers, something crazy like that, whatever it is, 10 million or 50 million subscribers. And, you know, those guys are where it's really going to get crazy. And, you know, I know YouTube took a huge hit when that whole thing, or that whole scandal happened. But, I mean, there's agendas all over the place. And I hope that it's something that's across the board and not something that we find out later on is just specifically targeted at certain groups, you know, because that would really suck. And the problem is that it took YouTube so long to get at this point, you know, like 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, however long YouTube's been around. It'd be so hard for another company to come in, or another platform to come in, to get integrated with televisions and phones. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that YouTube has involved with that took so much time that there's no way that would ever be able to be replicated by another platform that would be able to just come in and start paying YouTubers half or a quarter of what they're getting for the AdSense. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely. It's getting pretty crazy out there, what's going on. I never thought I would see the day that, or let me say this. Back in the day, I would be all for it. I would be all about, I'm glad that there's no ads that I have to look at or mess with or anything before video. It used to drive me crazy. But of course now I'm on the other side of the tracks actually doing YouTube, and so it's funny how it's all worked out. But
yeah, without a doubt.
So what you vaping on, man?
Man, I'm loving this XQ box, man, from Signature Tips. Just got in, and I'm a little behind you guys, but I just got this in like about 2 weeks ago. I have not been able to put this thing down. This thing is fucking solid. I dropped it, I've scratched it, and there's literally like this anodizing finish that they use on this thing is like probably some of the best I've ever seen, like comparable to like what Adam does at Vaporized Nomads. It's like that good, you know, the condition of the I guess whatever they use, the anodizing coating that they use on the box, it's really fucking good.
Yeah,
it's really cool. So I haven't put this thing down.
Yeah. Funny enough, that's probably true, Anthony. YouTube heroes are probably mostly FDA employees.
Yeah, for real.
But you got to remember that's for everything. So, oh my lord, look who just rised and shined.
It's my cross-eyed fucking friend. What's up, buddy?
Just woke up.
Damn, have you got an Oakley hat on?
I bought 2 brand new hats today that actually fit my head. Woo!
Wow. Are you sure that fits? Because it still looks kind of tight on your forehead there.
It's a little tight, as you can see there, but it's not as tight.
Nice, nice. So, you know, I just watched a video before I got on here from Matt, and he was, you know, talking about demonetizing videos and stuff, and apparently he's been hit. I know some of your videos been hit, correct?
Yep.
And of course others are, you know, getting hit. Now again, I mean, and you can obviously look at the numbers. My channel is not near the size of Mark's, but it is a vape related channel, and it's just kind of like, okay, I'm waiting for it to get hit now. Ronnie said his has even been hit.
Yeah. Yep. I was looking at my Armageddon videos, man. Every fucking one of them demonetized. Everyone.
Yep.
And since Ronnie works for Armageddon, you know, that's basically all his videos. So.
Every one of them. Hell yeah, baby. Look at this. This is what came in today. Retail packaging for the Rapture Rapture RDA.
Nice.
Good. It's good.
Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm noticing folks down south are starting to pick some of those up down in Miami.
Yep. Yeah, I already have them for sale down there. It's kick ass, man. Even just to see the little improvements from the how you call it, not promo model, whatever the fuck you call that,
prototype.
Yeah, the model that I had versus the retail version. It's the tolerances are like fucking perfect. Like everything on this thing is really great. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this.
I'm just looking at this now, Mark. Is this your troll account? Ohm's Law, because isn't that you?
No. Hey, Mark, hit that. That's not.
But look at the pic on there.
Oh yeah, that is me.
That's funny.
That's the Donald Trump Fagan.
Yeah, you didn't even know that your own trolls in there running around. So nice. So, do you know about how many videos have been hit, Mark, on you? Have you gone through and counted, or have you just like seen a few and left it at that?
It looked like 80% of them, but I'm assuming all of them are going to be hit once they all.
Wow, they got that many?
Yeah, they got a lot of them.
Wow, I didn't know that what you got. Is it like, was it all at once, or has it been like a progression day by day? They get more and more.
All at once, because one day Mike asked me if any of my videos were hit. I said, I said, nope, nothing's been hit. And then you asked me, or no, the other day I looked, I'm like, holy shit, they're all, because they don't email you or nothing. They don't tell you anything's been unmonetized or demonetized.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was
look at any of that information. Like I never look at my, whatever you call it, the fucking analytics. So I never would have known.
Wow.
So I guess the whole vaping is tobacco type thing. Companies don't want to be associated with tobacco. I would assume that's the reason why.
We'll see. Matt made a good point on his, and this is what kind of made me think to do this live feed other than just to, sit there and chat. But he said one thing they're going after is saying the word or having the word vapes, something vape in the title of your video. So what made me think is, well, good Lord, all my shows, which that's basically a big part of my channel, it's True Vapor Show. So do I need to change the title of my show now?
I wonder.
Or is it just inevitable is going to be hit regardless?
I think it's going to be hit regardless. It's just they're going to find it quicker with vape in a title.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to change my name too. I'm just going to have to put it down to ST and leave the vapes off of it.
Hell yeah.
My name's not really Vape, though. It's VAP, which is VAP.
See, and that's a good thing with you because that can throw things off.
Yep.
So,
yeah, there's one. I mean, there's one that's demonetized, and there's one that's monetized, and it has my name in both of them. And neither of the titles have vape in it.
See, I have a feeling, like I said, I think really the whole thing is that I really do think it's those people from YouTube Heroes, because from what I read, because I wanted to apply to become one of these fucking douchebags just to kind of see what they did. So apparently from what I was reading in the guidelines to become a YouTube hero or whatever, like the more active you are, the more access you get. So I guess like let's say you flag 50 videos in a day, and they look at it and they evaluate you, they can move you up to the next level where, maybe you may not need to have a supervisor look at it. You know what I mean? Because like when you flag a video, it'll probably go to a YouTube supervisor, whether it's a person in the US or India or a fucking robot, and they just demonetize the video, So the more active you are, the more access they're going to give you to demonetize videos. So that's what I think is happening. I think it's not just they're picking and choosing. I think it's just they haven't gotten to everything yet. I think it's literally being done by hand by these people, and they're just sitting there and flagging videos all day long. So I think probably in the next 3 or 4 weeks, probably every fucking thing will be demonetized. That's the way I feel.
And a good point just brought up, VWG Reviews. He said that 280 of his videos have been demonetized. If you don't mind me asking, what size is your channel sub-wise so I can get kind of a feel for it? But there is another good thing he just brought up here, which I have forgot to mention. In order to throw an appeal up to this to YouTube, you have to have over 1,000 views within 7 days. So if they're going after older videos, like way older, those videos just get probably just a matter of a few hits here and there, and just kind of a slow growing thing from back in the day. I mean, the only way you're going to be able to appeal something like this if you just throw a video up, So,
so you can't appeal older videos.
Well, you could if it was still getting over 1,000 views within 7 days, but how many videos are that old that are still getting those kind of views, do you think?
Yeah, if I go back to 2016, like September, they're still getting demonetized back then. They're going all the way back to the very beginning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's probably just like YouTube does. It's probably just a randomizer. They're just spitting out videos to these people. There could be thousands of these people sitting at home, sitting there going demonetize, 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 or flagging the channel or flagging the videos. And I just think it's just totally random. And I think it's just going to eventually get everywhere where everything's going to be reviewed at least once.
And Kerry brought up a good point too. Mark's inability to spell saved him. That is true. He was going for the common spelling of vaping, but somewhere it just dropped off. So he has been saved by the bell. But
you know what though too? Think about it. Think about when you do a video, right? You put keywords in, right? What keywords do you put in? Of course, vaping. Like I put vaping, box mod, mechanical mod. Like I put, depending on what it is, I'll put in the keywords, and that's what usually, like when you're a smaller channel, that's what's going to get you thrown onto, keyword searches when people look it up, Well,
even larger channels, I mean, you still have those in your keywords that you use for your videos, and it's like, well, gosh, I'm going to have to take them out of the loop too. Well, and there's no point then.
Exactly.
It's just, it gets, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I got a feeling it's because of the tobacco related thing. I just have that feeling. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I know there's people out there who do, like marijuana videos and cigarette videos and shit, but I just think it has to do with the whole tobacco thing. Yeah. And companies don't want their name tied to tobacco.
And again, for me, and I'm speaking strictly for myself, I have no sense of worry about this. Only for me, because like I said, the way I live doesn't come from this. But there are people that rely on this right here because it's a job, just like a job that I would go to and make money. There's nothing stating that you cannot be employed by doing stuff like this right here. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
People are making comments about me starting a Patreon account. I mean, now if people start a Patreon account, now it makes sense because of this happening. But I think if I start a Patreon account, people are going to be like, dude, you talk so much shit about it. Now you're going to start one? So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a tough.
Let me ask you this. So if you were to start one, what do you think would be a few key features with it? What would you give back to the community for starting something like that?
I would give back pretty much everything I get. I would just, I would have my normal giveaways. My giveaways have died down a little bit, but I would probably give back most of everything. Like if I review a mech mod or something, I'll put it somewhere in the Patreon. I would do just straight out giveaways. I wouldn't do shit like, come hang out with me and shit like that because that's retarded.
Easy now.
Yeah.
Easy.
I see want to come out with you. They're out of their fucking mind. Somebody wants to come.
I've seen some Patreons or people like, come pay to hang out with me. I'm like, what the hell? Are you crazy? I'm not gonna come pay to hang out with you. Like, I would do probably different tiers of giveaways. Like, like tier 1 is like regular giveaways. Tier 2 is like more like higher end giveaways, and tier 3 kind of choose your own giveaway. That's kind of something I've been wanting to do, where it's like, if you win a giveaway, you get to choose exactly what you want off the shelf, which I think would be pretty cool. That's what I was going to do for my 100K giveaway. I was going to have like 3 or 5 winners, and they could choose whatever they want from the shelf. Like I wouldn't take anything off or change anything. They would just choose what they want.
Yeah, but you got to remember with doing something like that, that shelf will run out pretty quick. How you gonna keep the shelf stocked?
Well, yeah, but the top tier of the Patreon thing to have access to the shelf would probably cost a lot. So people wouldn't do it. I don't know. I would have to think about it. Then again, I have no idea how Patreon really works, so I'd have to read it. And
I mean, I feel like it's going to be. I think it's going to be more of what we're starting to see, right? Like more of sponsored videos, that kind of thing. And I don't see anything wrong with a company sponsoring a video or a reviewer. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't see anything wrong with it. I think you can still give an acceptable and an honest review on something with, even if a company's sponsoring you, you know what I mean? Or paying to have a, whatever. I feel like that is something that could be totally accepted depending on how it's presented. You know what I mean? If you have a bunch of fucking morons that go out there and say, oh yeah, they pay me thousands and thousands of dollars to do this or that, or come out and say, hey, this is what everybody makes, those kind of fucking assholes are just whatever. But if it's something like I said, like, company says, they want to put an ad in front of your video. I mean, obviously there has to be some kind of, replacement for that money that's coming in, especially for the guys that are doing this full time, like Daniel, like you, Mark, like Mike, you guys all do this shit full time. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, just like ST saying, for me, it doesn't matter. Cause me, honestly, I got one $15 check sitting from YouTube. That's about it. For me, it doesn't matter. But, because of me being in this community and becoming friends with you guys, as sad as that is, but whatever, I feel bad for you guys that this happened. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the relationships and the community that's built around this, especially as reviewers, we all talk together, we all hang out at the same time, you know what I mean? So we all get to form bonds and friendships and stuff. And that's when you start feeling bad for those people is, as friends as whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have different ideas.
Of course.
I've thought of a few a few ideas. I'm not sure how they'll go off, but since you're not getting money for monetizing, technically you can kind of advertise on your channel. So what about selling spots to companies, and the intro of your video for like 5 or 10 seconds is, you know, a promotion for a company? That could be a way. But I thought about doing juice reviews again, charging companies for do juice reviews. Me and my wife are going to start doing juice reviews, and I thought about charging the company like $100 or something like that to do a juice review.
And that's not bad. And like I said, as long as it's, you know, the hard part is you're always going to have those people who are going to be like, oh, this fucking guy's taking money for this or that. But it's not about that, man. It's about somebody's livelihood and getting somebody to understand and to realize that some people don't do this shit for free. And it's not about doing it for free or whatever. It's not about the money so much. It's more of the content creator being able to do it on a full-time basis to release the content that you've been enjoying so far. If you want to continue to enjoy that, obviously something has to get done, and it's not going to be coming from the normal way or the way it used to be. So now things need to change. So the things that might change, you might see, you know, ads in the front of a video, you know, even if it's just 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Because when you do, when you edit a video, a lot of people may not know or not, but when you edit a video, especially when you edit it like on YouTube, on their platform directly, you can actually insert pictures, right? So like one of the ideas that I had was recently was for a juice company or something. If they wanted to advertise like a 10-second spot in the front of my video, it would be totally unrelated to the product that I'm reviewing, but it's right in the front of the video, and they can go and click on the site. I'll put a little card up that can, I think you can do that. I think you can link to an external site. I tried looking into it, but I think you have to own the site, but I don't know.
Yeah,
you may be able to link to an external site, whatever. But you could put up a card or something just saying, hey, click here, and then it'll take you to the site or whatever. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Before this gets too far up, Mark, you got to read this because you don't get too many compliments. And Chad gave you a very good one. Chad Adams.
Oh shit! There we go. That's
Actually,
fine.
it's a good one.
What was I gonna say? Let me find Chad's comment. No disrespect to anyone, but I would have no problem supporting Fagan on Patreon because of all of the reviewers. He's the only one I think of. Thank you, Chad. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wait, because he's the only one I can think of that doesn't sell a product. I occasionally sell stuff. I'm not going to say I don't. I occasionally do.
No, I don't think that's what he means. I think he means like you're the only one that doesn't have a fucking RDA or a mod.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like that. And that I can understand, right? Somebody's getting revenue from somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, the only thing about the advertising thing, like I see that what's his name, Derek from Ambition's Vapor, he did, I don't know what he did, but if you guys watch his videos lately, he did like this video is sponsored by whoever, and man, he's been getting so much hate on that shit. So I got a feeling the whole advertising thing is not going to go over too well if you try to stick an ad in your video or say this video is sponsored by so and so. People are going to hate it because he's been getting a lot of hate on that.
But then again, if it's something that everybody does, you know what I mean? If it's not just one person, like, because I can't think of anybody else that does that. If it's something that everybody does and it becomes the accepted practice, then I think everybody would just pretty much just like hitting the skip ad on the beginning of the YouTube videos. Everybody that's monetized has an ad in the beginning of the video. Most times you could skip it. Sometimes you can't. But if you don't want to watch the ads, you pay for YouTube Red, whatever it is, $1.99, $2 a month, and you get no ads. And then the way that works is the person who has YouTube Red, every time they watch a certain reviewer's video, as opposed to sitting there and watching the video, the reviewer will actually get a couple of cents per whatever. I mean, we're not even talking about high dollar amounts, everybody. This is like literally pennies per fucking ad. It's really not a lot. It's really not a lot. So I don't know if people out there think YouTubers get hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's not how it works. It's really
I wish. Shit.
It's literally not. Like, I get a lot of views on my channel. Even my channel's a little smaller. I do get a lot of views per video. I only just started monetizing in March, and like I've gotten 2 checks. One for I think $60, and the last one I just got was $15. That's it. That's all I've gotten. So out of all those views I've had, I've made $65 I think total in the 4 or 5 months.
I'll get a note to pay my $200 internet bill and probably a little extra, and that's it.
Exactly.
Well, something else you got to remember too, if you just created a channel, I think it's this year, you don't get the options like what we got, you know, unless you're grandfathered in somehow. But Yeah, I think it's before you can even monetize your channel now, you have to have what? Is it 5 or like 10,000 subs?
Like that, yeah.
I think it's 10,000 views. I think before they'll stop monetizing your videos. So I think that's how that worked. That's what I heard a while back.
Shout out to Beth. Hello, Beth. I'm not sure who you are, but
and that's the thing, guys. Listen, if you're watching, if you guys are watching a reviewer, right? I can't speak for everybody else. I can speak only to the people that I know, right? I know, like Mark, Scott. I know Brian, Mike, right? Those guys would never take money for reviews to make them positive, right? So they wouldn't be getting paid off to do a positive review.
There's not one company I can think of
that would do that.
There's maybe one company, the Angor Rabbit people. they say good things about our cotton, but I've never had one company say, you know, hey, we'll pay you extra if you, you know, say it's good. I've never once in my 3 years ever had a company say that. And don't ever go based off Social Blade. Those numbers are so blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Totally. Yeah, and that's the thing.
So that is funny. If you do go to Social Blade, and if you do not know what Social Blade is, look it up sometime. Just type in Social Blade. You can put in any reviewer, any person that's on YouTube. It's not even a reviewer. Anybody that does YouTube. Type it in, and it gives you basically a chart of their progression. You know, if they monetize, what is the estimated money they'll make during the year, yada, yada, yada. The money is crazy, the gaps they have. Yeah. It'll say that, hey, ST either makes $1 to $3 million in a year. So it's like, it's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded a short clip today of me using the Angor Rabbit to wipe my ass.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to edit the video.
So needless to say, this is not going to be a good thing with them.
It's not going to be good at all.
Not for me either, guys. And I want to be totally transparent about this too. I've had this cotton for a while. I've been saying for quite a while that something's up with this cotton. Not only is it hyper white, right? But the minute you open a fucking bag of it, and this is what we're talking about, guys, it's Angor Rabbit cotton. The minute you open the bag, at least I have, and the bags that I received, the minute I open it, I smell like it's like a chemical smell. It smells like acetone. You know what I mean? Like I have a bottle of nail polish remover because I was trying to figure out what the smell was, and it smells almost identical. And now it's not. It doesn't. Once I open the bag, right, the smell goes away. It's not something that stays in it, but obviously there's a faint smell in this. And not only did I shove 6 fucking bags of this dumb shit in my mouth the other day, but you know, this stuff is, cotton does not look like this. Cotton does not look hyper white like this. It doesn't look as fluffy. Cotton doesn't absorb nothing. Like if you look at
this doesn't absorb anything.
Exactly, that's what it is. It doesn't absorb anything, and that is not natural. That's not organic.
All right, hold on. Mark, did you actually test to see the absorption power or not?
Yeah, it reminds me of this cotton I reviewed like a few years ago where it doesn't absorb anything. This, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it may be really real cotton, but this is not cotton you want to use for vaping.
Exactly.
Like cotton that's going to absorb the liquid and suck it in. This stuff, like the liquid, like bounces off of it.
And what really pissed me off, besides from the whole Battery Mooch thing, right? Because Battery Mooch brought up a very interesting point, how they're saying that they're certified by ISO, FDA. They're saying they're FDA certified, which is bullshit anyway. FC, CE, and the ROHS. That's all electronic. How the fuck could they be certified for electronic use if it's cotton? Makes no sense. Besides from all that,
they don't know what those logos mean.
It just looks good on the packaging.
Yep.
Exactly. But besides from all that, right? It's like it's not natural. 2, it's like no matter how many times you wash a piece of cotton, organic cotton, it's not going to turn out super fluffy. And the thing that pissed me off is after I found out about the shit about in the bag, right? I opened the bag up, I started smelling it. So I wrote to them and I just said, look, I don't care what your recipe is. I don't care what you use on it. All I want to know is if you're using a chemical, yes or no. If you're not using a chemical, that's okay. If you are using a chemical, please just tell me because I want to know what I'm putting in my body. What they wrote back to me was, we use a magical process.
It's magic.
Really?
It's
That's what you're saying. So I'm supposed to do a review on this crap and say it's a magical process. I'm not going to tell you what's in it or what they use to process it, but definitely go ahead and put juice on it and vaporize it and put it in your body.
All right, let me ask this. Out of our group of folks, is there anybody yet even actually used it?
Besides from me? No, I don't think so. I've used it for a few weeks, but Daniel maybe. Mike opened it up and knew right away something was fucked up with it, so he didn't do a review for it, he said. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think anybody else besides Mark. You just got yours, right?
What, the cotton?
Yeah, the rabbit.
I got it a few, let's see, what's today? Sunday? Like last week sometime?
Yeah. And you haven't loaded any up and tried it at all?
No, I haven't. I can just tell just by dripping juice on it, the way it feels, the odor in the bag. Everything.
Yeah,
this reminds me of this. I don't know if anybody's out there that's followed me for a long time. I reviewed a cotton called King of Clouds a long time ago. And I got hell for that video, but this reminds me exactly of that King of Clouds. It's just so like, I don't know. It's like heavy and I don't know. It's like doll hair. It's like who knows? Maybe it's rabbit fur.
See, I don't have any of it, so I can't base an opinion. But and this is just me making a statement. But it's funny how Big Lou seemed to enjoy it, and that's a man we all know he's all into dripping. Excuse me, and you kind of.
Some people might like it though. I don't know. See, it's weird because everyone has different taste in cotton.
That's true, but and for him, to me, he's kind of like a connoisseur of cotton. You know, he kind of knows his thing because he's been probably dealing with so much of it. Basically, I'm hooked on two brands pretty much, and that's Cotton Bacon and the Kendo. That's my biggest two that I use. And Cotton Bacon, I probably use more than anything. So,
yeah, there's some people that hate cotton bacon. Some people love it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, you know, this cotton, either you love it or you hate it. It's one of those, you know, either you really love it, really hate it. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna wake up an atomizer tonight with it and just at least give it a try before I completely hate it. But as of now, I hate it. Yeah. I can already tell you it's gonna be a waste of time.
But I can say this, at least with the Cotton Bacon and the Kendo, that I don't get any fragrance, any type of smell off of it, and it seems to be your typical standard cotton. There's nothing crazy about it. So, like I said, I haven't used or touched or anything of the Anger Rabbit, but it appears that it's a whole different beast. So, I
mean, we already know the company's shady because of the information they put on the packaging, because Daniel did a video about them. So I already know they're shady. And there's something on it apparently to where it doesn't burn. So I'm assuming it's some kind of chemical. But yeah, there's something shady going on with it.
Well, I think it's time to put our investigative team out in the field, get down to it.
Get on it.
Do a fire test. Rabbit versus Cotton Bacon. Well, Mark would be the only one that could perform that.
Funny thing is, I don't think I had a light. I have a lighter in this house.
Well, you could just flame up some coils.
That's not a bad idea. Do I have? Yeah, I do.
You know what? That's what you ought to do while we're on here. You ought to get just an old atomizer that you got a dual build in. One side put the Cotton Bacon, the other side put the Anger.
Let's do it. I got one right here.
Let's see what'll happen. Always a first time on this channel. So since I'm not getting monetized, send the money in. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Folks be watching the replay going, hell with this dude.
Who the hell do you think you are?
So, Ronnie, we're going to do a live test on here. Mark is going to, what did I tell you about that Coke?
Yes, sir.
Ronnie, Mark's going to do a live test. He's going to put Cotton Bacon on one side of a coil and the Anger Rabbit on the other and just burn it to hell and see what the differences are.
It'll make a really long tampon. You can throughout the entire week and just cut pieces off.
I just went away for a second. Did you guys talk about the whole thing about the made in China thing?
I seen somebody make a comment about that.
Yeah, so like what Daniel was saying, and what I've noticed too is these bags that we got were for U.S. reviewers, right? Same thing with Daniel's. Daniel's was meant for like the U.S. market. Apparently, the bags that they sell over in China actually say made in U.S. and they have a picture of Bugs Bunny on it instead of this fucking crazy cracked out looking rabbit. So
yeah, see, they're shady.
Absolutely.
I don't want
a lot of shady going on.
I don't want to put anything in my body from a shady company.
I wouldn't either.
And let's be real too. Like the reviewers that did review it, like Phil, they didn't even come out and say this thing is the best thing since sliced bread. They just basically said it's okay. It's not better or worse than anything else. You know what I mean? So
I think what Phil did, Phil reviewed the product that was in front of him to say, hey, this is what they state it does, and this is where we're at with it. I don't think he was trying to come on to say, oh man, this is all I'm going to use anymore, anything like that. So
exactly.
And this is that annoying cotton to where it's like clumpy, where you can't perfectly get a nice even piece. It's really hard to. It seems really hard to wick up.
Quick question. Does any one of you three guys use a Hadley RDA? What is the best coil to use and what position, meaning height, for best flavor? I do not have a Hadley. I have hit on one. I've used Mike Vapes when we were down in Alabama. I think Mark had one at one point in time, correct?
Yeah, I reviewed one. I don't remember the best coil for it, though. It wasn't my favorite RDA.
No. Ronnie, I don't know if you had one or not.
No, Hadley, no, I don't have Hadley.
I know people love that RDA though.
Yeah,
wasn't my style.
Yeah, they have a cult following, like anything else.
Yeah,
I did notice there was a pretty big following on the Hadley. A lot of folks did really like that one right there. That was more for a single setup though, right? Or
yep.
Was it strictly a single, or could you do a dual on that?
You could probably do a dual, but it's more single than anything.
Okay.
That cotton makes my nose itch.
Things are turning out good already.
Yeah. Where is my cotton? Here it is. The cotton bacon bits be the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's just because it's a smaller bag.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cotton bacon, fluffier, easier to work with.
Definitely.
Why
do I always forget this in my head? I always got to look at my bag. Oh, the gold edition, the Kendo. That is the one I really enjoy right there. That's awesome in RDAs. For some reason, I really only like using that in my RDAs, but like RTAs, I prefer the cotton bacon.
I use the cotton candy collection.
Yep. I do have one thing of that Mark actually sent to me because I was always curious to try. It was good. I didn't find to be spectacular, but it was pretty good stuff to use.
I like work. It's really easy to work with. That's why I like it so much.
It is that.
All right.
We're about to get busy. That it's fate. There are no FDA approved vaping products.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to say, buddy.
Yeah. I think we have brought that FDA clueless when it comes to vaping, in his opinion. I'm pretty much on your side there. Hopefully that will change.
Yeah, I could just hang this up back here.
That would, you could actually put some lights in that and just.
Hell yeah.
There you go. New edition. Let's see. I've tested cotton pads, cotton bacon, cotton candy, Kendo Gold, and Kendo gives me the best flavor out of them all. Yes. I think the reason I enjoy the cotton bacon in my RTAs, because the few RTAs I'm using, you pack them down maybe a little bit harder. And I don't know, it seems to be, it works better for me. The Kendo is, I don't know. I don't know how to put all that to words. I know I enjoy the Kendo more. All right, hold on. Let's spotlight Mark here. Are you ready, Mark, or do you want me to give you a few more minutes?
I think I'm ready, yeah.
All right, let me present you. There we go. So which side is what?
I haven't done this yet, so hold on. Let me see what I'm set for here. Foil 66. Let's turn. Hopefully this will fire this. God damn it! I hate Google Hangouts. All right, let me put up to 80 or 90. All right, so what side is which? Shit. This. I knew I shouldn't have cut it.
Damn it.
This side is cotton bacon, the fluffy side, and this side is the.
Yeah, you can almost tell. Okay.
Hopefully this will fire this low build. I'm not sure if it will. Let's see. Yeah, it will. All right, so let's do it.
All right. Fire up.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
I could have told you that. No shit. And the fucked up part about that is, no shit, is that in the email that Anglo Rabbit sends you to fucking, like, to be a reviewer for Anglo Rabbit, they say never, ever, ever, ever fire it without putting juice on it. That's what they tell you. And this fucking shit is super flammable. That is not fucking organic. Sorry.
Wow.
Yep.
Y'all just seen it there. Did you? Wow, that went up quick.
Mm-hmm. I said that shit too. I swear to God, I swear I did it in one of our hangouts. I took a strand of it. I put it in my RDA. I lit it. Fucking thing went bananas. Went crazy. Flew up in flames. It's nuts, man. I'm telling you.
Holy crap. Mark is all right. I don't hear any screaming yet.
Marcus, you okay, Mark?
Yeah.
I know when Mark screams, it sounds like a little girl when he's actually in trouble. So
that shit went up like a fucking Christmas tree, man.
Yes, it did. Hold on. Now, is it still in there? Let me present you again.
I pulled it out and rinsed it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That went up quick, son.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, kids. All right, well, let's throw this scenario up then real quick. And I know it's going to sound maybe stupid to some, but what if you built something, you threw your cap on, you forgot all about that you didn't get juice put on there or something? Wow, you got an instant burn going on.
Hell yeah, son. Wow.
Mm.
I've accidentally at times like fire a build that had no juice on it. Like I'll wick something up at night and then I'll leave it on my desk for morning to juice it up, and then in the morning I'll forget to juice it and I'll go to vape it.
Yep.
That shit fucking lit up like a fucking torch.
Yes, it did. Well, you just proved to me that I will definitely never use that stuff right there. Maybe I can somehow change the title of this show to the Anger Rabbit Show.
I will give it one thing, though. I like to hang it in the background so that way I can just cut off a piece as needed.
There you go.
And use it to paint pictures with or something?
Yes, I'll give it that.
Paint your nails? Wow, man. Well, that stuff, as quick as that just went up, it seems like it would make a good fuse for things.
Fireworks?
Now, let me ask you, what was the wattage you had that set at?
It
I thought I heard you say 80 or something.
88.
Okay. Wow. Oh, well.
Light it up, son. Light it up.
So y'all take y'all's chances with that right there.
If anybody wants to join me in a class action lawsuit, I will be filing for the 6 fucking bags that I shoved inside my mouth. Probably the mouth cancer I'm going to be getting next week. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm surprised the inside of your mouth doesn't feel like when you've eaten something hot and that burnt feeling is there.
Well, you know what though? After I took it out, I did mention it too that like it was a bad aftertaste that I had in my mouth. I swear to God. And again, this could just be totally coincidental. It could just be the batch that I got. I was one of the. I mean, I've had this bag for a while, so I don't know, if mine was a different batch than everybody else's. But what they explained to me was the smell that I was getting, and now, not that I'm the smartest person in the world, because I'm not. I don't claim to be fucking Mr. Wizard or most knowledgeable guy, but I can tell the difference between a chemical smell and plastic, right? Basically, what they told me was when they heat seal the bag, right, they use something called thermal fusion, which I looked up and, okay, whatever. Basically, the way that they heat the bag up and seal it. So, like, okay, fine. So they seal the bag, right, like this, guys. And then what they do is they'll take one of these thermal fusion sealers and seal the bag all the way across. Sometimes they said that you can pick up the smell of the thermal fusion, which is like burnt plastic, on the inside part of the bag here. The funny part is I only started smelling it when I opened the bag. It has nothing, looks like a vagina, doesn't it? Not even, it's just not even like I said, not even when I tear open the bag. It's the minute I open it up, you just get this whiff of fucking like acetone in your mouth. It's ridiculous.
It makes my face itch.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost like when you deal with fiberglass.
Pink Panther, man.
Yeah, buddy.
That's pretty crazy right there.
I got a feeling it's going to be like people are going to buy it because they're going to want to know. Since there's people that love it and people that hate it, I think people are going to buy it and see for themselves.
Yeah.
I got a feeling the company is going to be like, oh, they love it because people are buying it, but I don't know.
And see, I might have to go back and watch my own replay now because Mark Sr. brought up a good point. It didn't even look like your coils got red on there. And that trigger flame. So that in itself is pretty crazy.
Went right up.
Yeah, they didn't get red at all.
Well, everybody's making this comment, and I do agree. It would make a good little tool in a survival pack. So, you can use it to cover you up if you're out in the wilderness, start fires with it.
I had to fish out 2 whole bags of it out of my toilet earlier when I shot the video for the whole bag.
Oh, my gosh.
Because Greg told me, do not flush cotton down your toilet because it will stuff it up in a heartbeat. So I didn't flush it, so I had to sift out 2 bags. Oh, it was disgusting.
Did you actually video you scooping it out?
No, I didn't. I should have, though.
Please tell me they didn't seriously wipe your ass with it, right, though? Like,
no, I got it.
Like, I know you joke sometimes, but...
Yeah, I rubbed it against my butt cheeks. I didn't actually get in there.
Well, there's a chance that you're going to have a little rash in that area now. So
probably.
Man, that's pretty crazy right there. Now, let me ask you this. So you scoop 2 bags out, which literally you probably got maybe in one handful, I'm guessing, or I don't know, whatever means you used to get it out. It didn't act like it absorbed any of the water that was in there?
The first one did. The second one was just floating on top of the water.
Wow.
But the first one was in there for a long time. And it all fell apart. Like, it came out in, just chunks. It was, I don't know. It was disgusting.
That's crazy, man.
So what's crazy is, right, the other night after was it last week, right, when I had the bags, I had the 6 bags shoved in my mouth, right? So 2 of the bags I left in here. Now I had a little bit of Coca-Cola at the bottom here, right? So you would think, okay, fine, you put a tissue inside or something super absorbent, you would put it inside of like a bowl. Of course, it would absorb right into it. Like literally, it didn't absorb into anything except for like the first teeny tiny bit of layer there. Like that's it. Like literally, it didn't absorb into anything. So obviously something's up with this cotton. They must have used either some type of fire retardant or something literally that makes it so that, I mean, like I said, it does what they claim to do, right? It does when you burn it. Like let's say you accidentally, when you're using it, right, and you accidentally dry hit on it and you burn it, you don't get a burnt taste, but that's not natural. That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know how many times you can wash something with water that it would make it not taste burnt, but obviously they're bullshitting, and that's really just all I can say about that. You know, I can't say for sure. I'm not a fucking scientist or a cottonologist, but Jesus Christ.
Mark, you willing to do one more test while we're on here?
Sure.
Somebody just mentioned they want to see it on a single coil, not technically a single coil RDA, but just do
by itself.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. The way I see it is, apparently you're already vaping. You already have a cotton that you like. What reason do you have to change your cottons? Is there any reason? Like, it can't get any better. Cotton can't get any better than what it is. It's like there's going to be like oh my God, this tastes so much better. It's just going to be the same. So why, you know?
That's a good statement right there too, because
we already have like what 10 different cottons as it is. Like, do we need another cotton?
Exactly. And the choices you have right now that have been there for a while, to me, are basically as good as it gets. I don't know what else you could do to make it any better.
I must say, though, having it hung up like this is so nice. Might attract a lot of dust, but still.
Yeah, it's a nice little dispenser now.
Hell yeah.
Is it easy to cut?
Just because it's like lumped together, it's a little harder to cut, but if you pull it apart, it's easy to cut.
Yeah. Maybe you could make some t-shirts. Well, no, you can't make t-shirts out of it because it's already driving you crazy just by touching your skin. So
yeah. Let me get this burnt stuff out of here.
Yeah, that's... I cannot believe it flamed up that quick. But you know what? I can't say that I've ever really just sat around and messed with an RDA and just stuck empty cotton in and tried to light it up.
I'm not a cotton expert, so I couldn't tell you if that's normal or not, but I don't know.
We need to get an English-speaking representative of that company on your show.
Yeah.
Which probably would be impossible to do, and I don't even think they would agree to do it. But, man, that sure would be nice to have a little talk about that.
From all the lies that people have been saying that they said already, I wouldn't even trust a word they said. Ronnie asked them what it's made, like what's in it. They have made in the USA on there. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Great. Well, I do believe it's magic.
Yeah, it's magic, or it's a magic fire starter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here with that noise.
Does it dissolve in acetone rather than absorbing it? I guess that'd be another good test.
Let me get the water off this cotton. Oh, I only get a cup of water this time.
Smart idea. That's what I had the fishbowl for. Well, at the time I didn't have water, I just threw a little Coke in there just in case.
Get some water. All right, you know what? I got water right here. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I guess I can do this.
Would it not blow out when it lit up?
No, it would not blow out.
All right, that's a good thing right there. If something is lighting up and you can't get it to go out that quick, hold on. Just tell you, have you seen Sherlock Holmes' review on it? I guess not. I don't know if that was a sarcastic remark or if you're really asking me a question. It's hard to tell.
Real person?
There might be somebody on YouTube named Sherlock Holmes actually doing some stuff. Man, every time I see Ohm's Law make a comment and I see your picture on there, I just want to start laughing. Put some of that fingernail polish remover in there. That's full of acetone.
So
make sure you've got the Chicago Fire Department on standby for this one.
Yeah.
By the way, I just put this in a little bit of acetone. It absorbed completely all the acetone completely. Like literally, better than it actually wicks up e-juice. It sucked up all the acetone in one shot.
Wow.
And of course, I'm using my Myrtle Beach. I'm a racist shot glass.
There you go. There we go. Yes, real question. He is a reviewer and a quill builder. Oh, okay.
It's a little tight, but I think it'll be fine.
Blind us with science. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a little science on here tonight. Something you wouldn't normally see on a vape show.
I'm not a cotton expert, so I don't know what any of this means right now. All I know about cotton is if I put juice on it, it should just absorb it. So I don't know. But anyways.
All he knows about cotton is when he goes into Walmart, he looks to see on his T-shirts and underwear what the percentage of cotton is in there. All right. You are, let's see, 88.
88.
All right. At a 0.11. Let's see what happens.
Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That. Wow, it didn't seem to fire as quick, but boy, it is.
That's a weird burn.
It is.
Isn't it or no?
Well, it again, we're not experts here doing
I don't
this,
know.
but so.
All I know is my smoke detector is going to be going off in a second. I know that.
Does it have a very foul smell to it when it burns?
It has what does it smell like? It smells like burning plastic.
Hmm.
It's not a clean burn. I don't know what a clean burn really is, but like it smells like you're lighting plastic fibers or something.
Yeah, Shauna said it looks like plastic melting. It does. It has that kind of like a bluish flame that comes off of things that are melting away.
Yeah, it does disappear once you light it up. So I don't know what that means. If that's, I'm not a cotton expert, so I couldn't tell you.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what a cotton expert is.
Easdale says it's not cotton, it's synthetic.
A cotton expert would be somebody that sucks rabbit dicks. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're gonna say something else.
I did too.
I'm saying.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Thank you for putting that up, Mr. Buttercup. ST. He went on and on about how great it was and how much he loved it. Smells funny, and now he's getting bombarded after Daniel's video. Hey, that's, All right, let me ask you this. You said he's a reviewer, and sometimes I have to ask these questions to kind of figure out maybe there's alternatives here. Is he a large channel or is he a smaller channel? Because if it's a smaller channel, it could easily say that, well, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because I want the free shit, just like, other things happen in this business.
And I could say that too, because what's crazy is they send you like 19 fucking emails when you get the shit. They, like Daniel said, they'll email you nonstop about doing the review.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, we want our video. We want our video." Like literally the next day after you receive it. So I can totally understand where they're coming from there. I mean, it's ridiculous. So a smaller channel might get intimidated by them.
And let me say too, I'm not stating that's what that guy was doing. I'm trying to figure out where, because for some reason I've never heard of them, but there's probably a whole lot of them out there I haven't heard of, just as well as I've never heard of me. So let's see. Wow, activity's starting to pick up as we get later into the evening. ST, tell Mark to check the link I posted on the Facebook page. Okay, he's been told.
Okay. Is that the link to this dude's video, I assume, or is it something different?
Might be. I don't know. He didn't say.
Oh, how to do a fabric burn test to identify fibers. There you go.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll check this out later. This is a little article.
Yeah, he just said that on there.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. What do we got going on now?
What happened now?
You guys should be watching the Vaping Legion Network
Oh,
live. Now, totally killing vaporized nomads with proof. Oh, my God. I thought that...
What happened now with vaporized nomads?
I don't know what's happened. I just...
Jesus.
Somebody said that they're...
Killing them?
Killing them with proof. Okay.
What happened now? Oh, Jesus.
Why are they live while I'm live?
Yeah,
what's up with that? What is up with that? ST, he has 3,700 subs and a website where he sells his coils. He was a good review coil builder. Okay. You said was.
The Vaping Legion, that's the what do they
Oh my God. Greg just
Yeah.
told me that Bob Buckland is on that show right now.
There we go.
God.
Holy crap.
Oh, I know what they're probably talking about. The thing that Bob Buckland was talking about. I think that's what they're talking about. Who knows?
Lord have mercy.
Oh, it's something.
Oh, it is.
Can we all just get along?
Yeah, I know.
Too much drama, like for real. Like it's just insane. Like I know in other YouTube communities there's drama and shit, but this is just fucking ridiculous drama, man, that happens. Guys, I have a this is just a piece of the Japanese organic cotton that I put in here, fresh wick, fresh battery, right?
Hold on, let me screen. Let me present you. You ready?
Whatever it's going to burn the same way.
How many watts you at?
Well, I'm using it on my boxer. Maybe I should put on something regulated, right? Let me do that. Hold on.
Yeah, do something regulated.
Yeah, let's do that.
6 to 5 watts.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get a battery. Fresh battery.
Folks, I guess you got your choice tonight. Y'all can go watch the shit show or stay on there, whichever. I don't discriminate if you got to leave, but I'm not going to over there to watch that stupid crap.
Joel said that the vaping community is its own worst enemy. That is correct.
That is lie. No lie.
Yep.
Mosh has a video that will set you straight, ST. Okay.
Hold on a sec.
Oh, I'm still over here presenting Ronnie. I'm waiting for him to get it
good.
right.
Hold on. I'm getting there.
So y'all can go over there and listen to bullshit, or y'all can stay on here and learn about cotton.
Well, science, absolutely. Okay, so this is Japanese organic cotton.
Let me present you. Hold on. There you go. All right, what wattage we going?
I'm gonna go. Let's go. I don't know, 80 watts, right? What did you do, Mark? 88.
Yeah.
Let's do 88.
What's your resistance so we can see if we're kind of in the same area?
0.45. It's a dual coil, so
That might be way too high.
Yeah.
Think so?
You made like 40 or so.
Let me see what I got this lower. Hold on.
Yeah, because Mark.
40 watts, you mean?
Yeah,
okay.
like 40 watts.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mark was at a 0.11 on his.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do 40 watts. 38.3 because that's just how I roll. And ready, set. Towards the camera. See, this is exactly how you would assume cotton would react, right? Yeah. Which is just burning in the middle, right?
Yep. Like it's
not going on fire, everybody. Not going on fire, not lighting up like a fucking Christmas tree, right? Just getting burnt in the middle. This is it. I'll even turn up the wattage a bit, just in case there are some non-believers still, which I don't think there are. go up to 50 watts. 50 watts. Coils are glowing nice and red. And no fucking flaming RDA of death.
Okay.
So that's it. This is how cotton burns, like a doobie. I said doobie. That's right. See, it's not supposed to burn up like a fucking lunatic. Yep. Okay.
Now you can smoke that.
Yep. There you go.
And he smoked it.
Oh yeah.
So that's the way things are supposed to happen.
Yes.
So
it's been the most educational stuff on your channel, ST.
I know. I'll probably lose subs now. They'll be like, I don't want to see this crap. Oh man, pretty crazy. Well, I mean, it's good that people should see stuff like that.
No fun.
Because if I was completely oblivious to all this stuff and and all I heard these guys, if I clicked on, well, I've seen a lot about this Angry Rabbit and didn't really watch anything more. Well, let me order a few bags of it and started vaping on it. Ugh. Oh, Lordy.
Didn't know.
Well, what else good's going on?
If anyone out there is bored later, look up my review I did like 2 years ago on it's called what is it called? King of Cotton or Clouds or
I think it was King Cotton.
Yeah, just type in like on my channel like Cotton or King of Clouds or something. I did a video where I do the whole water test, the burn test. And this cotton reminds me exactly of that stuff. Same stuff. Where it doesn't absorb anything. It just lights up like a Christmas tree. And I got so much shit for that. Well, I didn't get so much shit from people, but I got from the maker of that cotton. And that's when I was on that one radio show. I forgot what it was called. With Eric and Dino or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they had the creator on there with me, and it was a battle.
I remember that show back from the day. There's been a few incidents on that one. So what would you say is the best cotton out there right now? What would be the one you would suggest to somebody?
I like either cotton bake. Well, I used to love Cogen dough pads. I haven't used them in a while, but I like either cotton bacon or the cotton candy. This stuff. The only reason, well, they changed their packaging because I told them, I love this cotton. I just don't like the whole packaging with the ice cream cones. But then again, it's only cotton. But they changed the packaging. But this is the stuff.
Yeah, I have it actually. I have the new packaging.
Yeah, their new packaging. I think they got rid of the ice cream cones.
This is well, this may not be their new packaging, but this is the newest packaging that I had from them. But it's the same thing, same label. But it's like this pinkish cotton. I like this stuff too. Cotton candy is good.
So which one would you suggest, Ronnie?
Yeah, I would say cotton candy collection's good. I used to be really into cotton candy.rocks. I don't know. I heard some bad stuff about the company. I don't know, man. Like they treat their cotton. They're very transparent about it. They don't use bleach. Basically, what they use is a mixture of water and oxygen, which I think is hydrogen peroxide, which I know is safe because when I have an infection in my mouth or something, I use hydrogen peroxide in my mouth. It's totally safe to do, but I don't know if it's safe to vape on. You know what I mean? So once I found that out, I ended up, stopped. I discontinued using cotton candy.rocks, so I don't really use them anymore. But it could be totally safe, but that's just a personal decision I make. So now I just use the cotton candy collection pretty much exclusively. I have some Kenjin dough, that stuff I have. I have the organic Japanese cotton pads. That's it.
Yeah, and I've already mentioned the two. I would either be cotton bacon or the Kendo Gold. Now, there's a big difference there. Kendo has, I think, 3 different lines. The Gold Edition is the best. I don't really care for the other ones, but the Kendo is spot on. Pretty good stuff.
The gold one is the best.
Yep. You know, and I use so much of that now. I don't even use like just the regular pads anymore. I used to when I first started, but it's just I kind of got away from using that. I know some people are like hardcore; they won't do anything else but that. But again, whatever works for you. I did use at one time that what is it, that Texas Tough?
Oh yeah, okay, I still got a bag of that.
It seemed like there was too much of a break-in period for that stuff. But after you got it broke in, you could rock it for a while. But I don't know. I was kind of.
I think once you find your cotton, just stick with it.
Yep.
Yeah, this hat is tight too.
I told you. Dude.
Wow, that is mad tight.
It's the same thing that you can't wear. Look, let me tell you something. Because if there's one thing I do know about, you should know also, because you wear hats all the time. Those type of hats are not for our head. We've got large heads.
But I've had a few of these. This brand hat, this style in XL, and it fit perfectly. Maybe I just got to stretch it out.
Even at that, you're still. I'm telling you, that one hat that I got through Under Armour, even though it had the same like measurements, you know, XL, yada yada yada, I bought two different hats. They fit completely two different ways.
Yeah.
That like winter camouflage one I have fits perfect. The rest of them
ones are tighter, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a different one. This is a different brand.
It's possible to gain weight in your head. Like let's say you're chubby like me, right? And let's say I get even chubbier than I'm at.
Your head gets larger.
Does it?
Yes.
Maybe I'll just wear them for my videos. That way I can tolerate the tightness.
Like I'm going to be completely honest here since we're speaking about weight gain and stuff. Like I like when my wife doesn't lose weight, because whenever she loses weight, the first place she loses is in her tits. But honestly, when she gains weight, that's the first place where it goes back to. So,
yep.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Jimmy Rhodes says, stretch the cap over your knee and pop a few stitches. It'll get a little bigger. Now, that is true, because I have pulled one of my hats and heard a stitch or two pop. But
I'll do that later. It is because my Vaporized Nomads hat, it looks like all my Vaporized Nomads hats, I always wear them. I wear them outdoors. I wear them when I go out, when I sweat, and they get mangled. They look disgusting after a while. Like they turn brown because I sweat so bad.
I like that one right there, actually. That looks pretty cool, but it still looks like it's
a little snug.
Yeah. Anyone have the Tesla WYE 200 watt box mod? Not bad for $40. No, I don't.
I do not.
I don't think Tesla doesn't seem to fool with much of anybody anymore, do they?
No, I don't think so.
I think because we were all on them pretty hard about that other one they made that was
the one that blew up.
Yeah, I'm not really good at recommending budget-friendly devices. It's not really my area of expertise.
The only one I've ever used through them that I've actually enjoyed was, where's it? Wow, you can tell I haven't used this thing in forever. The Tesla Invader, and look what I've still got on there. That freaking ULRD. I don't even remember the name of it now.
Oh, the Rafael X. Wow, damn.
Yeah, that's how long it's been since I've used that, and I've only used that a few times, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I got these in the other day. They're from China, and people keep thinking like they're some kind of high-end U.S.-made Squonk boxes. But I'm really excited to review these. I haven't even used them yet.
They look awesome, dude. The only thing is I think they're a little confused, though, because they keep trying to say they're stabilized wood. They're definitely not stabilized wood. They got to be resin, right?
Yeah, like, I don't know. The door feels resin, but the inside kind of looks, I don't know. I don't know what, like, raw stab wood looks like. Like, the inside, I guess it might be resin, actually.
Raw stab wood, I have something here that actually is raw stab wood. So hold on.
But they look. I mean, one thing I noticed that I have not seen on any other Squonk box is they have an O-ring on the 510, and what it does, it helps seal off the bottom of it, so that way you get a nice airtight fit when you squonk and you don't end up leaking. And it just
That's
enough,
cool.
yeah, just enough to make seal with your atomizer.
Dude, that looks pretty cool like that.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't fly.
Now the 510 is not completely flush on that, is it?
No, it's raised up just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
That does look pretty good. Does it feel cheap or does it feel?
No, feels nice in the hands. They screwed in the battery strap.
They're using the magnets on the battery itself, it appears.
Yeah. Everything is gold plated. It's just a cheap bottle. It's not a fancy bottle, but no big deal there.
The bottle hard to take in and out?
I haven't even. No, I haven't used it. I'm going to use it tomorrow.
Wow, and there's no cutting. Looks like everything's ready to go.
Yep.
That's a good thing. What colors did you get it in?
Color, whatever color that's supposed to be. And where's the other one?
Wow, that button hangs out quite a bit there.
Yeah, that's one thing people kept saying. But the material of the button is the same material as the box.
Wow.
I don't think there's a lock on it either. That's the only.
Man, that joker is out there.
Yeah, there's no lock on the button.
It looks like a hexome button. That's pretty crazy.
I think on Squonkers, locks are kind of overrated, but on something like that where the button sticks out so fucking far, I think you would definitely need a lock or something on that.
What's the price point on those, or do you know?
I just emailed them. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it's coming from China, so I don't know. Lately, China stuff has been kind of expensive. Who knows? It's kind of weird that it uses the magnets on the battery.
I don't know how I feel about that right there.
For what?
I mean, obviously it's not an issue, but I still just don't know how I feel about something like that.
The SQ does that. There's magnets on the battery. On the door, you mean, or?
I just don't like the actual magnets coming in. What?
So the battery. Okay, so put the battery in here.
Uh-oh.
Battery's in. I know there had to be something with this thing.
There we go.
Door stays on. But if you go like this, battery and the door come out.
Bingo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bingo.
But hold on. Now, is it done like that for purpose to be able to get the battery out easy?
I don't know. I could bend the contacts up to make it a little bit tighter, but that's something I might want to email them about.
Because SQ actually does that. SQ has the batteries. They have obviously the 4 little magnets on the sides, but they're big magnets are on the actual battery, which definitely do not do that. So that's probably not on purpose.
But see, I'll guarantee you what happened was this. They watched all these videos of these Squonk mods, and they've seen everyone complaining about the batteries being too tight. And I said, okay, they're complaining about the batteries too tight, so let's make sure it's loose. And now that it's loose, people are going to say, oh, it's too loose now. So I don't know. Let me try to tighten the contacts and see if.
All right, before you do that, now with the battery just being in there, taking it in and out without the door being, is it hard to do?
No, that battery.
Oh, it's got a strap in there. Never mind.
The battery just pops in.
Yeah, I forgot you had
and you can pop it right out.
That seems a little way too loose.
So you bend these up really quick. Oh, it's such a nice box. This better not be.
Yep, there's always something creeping in there.
Oh shit! Did I break something? That sounded like a crack. There, let's try that.
Mitch, that's the way it works. He said, I can't stop buying vape stuff, even though I say I'm not buying for a while. You can't do it. It's a drug.
Oh, if you bend them up, it gets a little tighter.
But it's still not the complete cure.
No. I guess you could really, if it's a cheap box, if it's cheap in price, I mean, it'd be nice to buy it just to modify it. I don't know how you probably just put something in there to make it a little bit tighter. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to use it and see what I can do.
Well.
Man, I knew it was too good to be true.
You still digging your Armageddon Squonk, Mark?
You know, I love all these Squonk mods. I'm still using the Armageddon, holy shit, and the Boxer and stuff, but the single battery stuff is just not my thing. I bought a dual 18650 DNA 250 Squonk mod from the UK, and they just finished it and they're shipping it. They shipped it Saturday.
That's cool.
So I should be getting that soon. Really excited for that. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong; they're all nice mods. It's just one I don't know. I prefer 2 batteries.
I feel you there on that one. I definitely feel you on that.
It does suck
because bigger mods. I don't like the small. I don't like these small mods. I like the bigger mods.
Yeah, I do like the smaller mods from time to time, but like when I bring this to work, right? I'll bring I'll usually bring 2 devices to work. I'll end up going through a 6-pack of batteries throughout the whole day. That's the whole, like, an 8-hour shift. I'll go through 6 batteries without a doubt. You know.
Yeah, like, so when I go out, I just like to bring my mod and that's it. I don't like to bring any batteries with me.
Yeah. So
a perfect example for me lately, what I've been using, my 2700 Boxer. Go to work. This thing lasts me complete shift and into the night still, where I don't change batteries out till next day. Now I know 2700 a little different there, but still, even on my V2 Minikin, I can get through a whole shift just on my 18650. You know, and I vape pretty high wattages. I'm nothing low, so I just love the extra battery. Or you take something lipo and you're good to go too.
Has anybody done that yet? Nobody's done a lipo Squonk, right? I don't think.
Yeah, Lost Vape used to do it.
A lipo?
Yeah, the whatchamacallit.
Oh, that's right. Not the Fusion, right?
No, not the what was it called? I forgot. It was like the first one that came out, I think, and then they stopped making them.
Oh, that was the RAM mod, by the way.
The Halcyon.
Well, no, they were asking about John was asking what Squonker that was. That was the RAM, correct?
Oh no, this is the RAM right here.
Yeah, no, those weren't the RAM.
Not the RAM. This is
that's the RAM is the Watofo or whoever.
Yeah, the RAM is the Watofo wooded one that I reviewed. Well, I didn't review it actually. This is the RAM right here.
Now it's a Stentorian because
Stentorian, yeah.
It is Stentorian, right? Which is Watofo, everybody. I hope you guys understand that. It's a sister company, Watofo.
And then this is that other box, which I just got, which I don't know. Hold on, let me see what the name of it is. What is the name of it?
I remember you told me. Hold on.
It's called some kind of weird name I can't pronounce.
Yeah, I hang on. I have it on Instagram. I messaged them.
KOMGE.
The
it's
Keel.
The Keel mod, or the Eel, or whatever. Keel.
Well, you leaving the K off, Ken?
I put the K in there. Keel. Keel.
I like that color. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
More of a greenish.
I actually seen some pretty dope ass Squonk boxes on Instagram. They're by Trifopic mods. So tryphobia is like the fear of small holes. I saw that on a YouTube thing, and all their mods have like microscopic holes in them. It's pretty fucking neat, really.
Now, there's one thing I've noticed. I was talking to who was I talking to? Truckin'. He was having an issue with his Boxer mod. It wasn't firing.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed this when I've been using these Squonk boxes, and I didn't really point it out in my videos because I kind of just figured it out. And all these Squonks are kind of the same. So if you look, when you press the fire button on these devices, some people complain you got to push the fire button like all the way in. you'll notice that some of them, the 510 doesn't really have any support on this side. So when you push the button in, it moves.
Yep.
It moves the connection. So it's not really getting a solid connection. And he had an issue with his boxer. He had to wedge something on the inside so that way there was some kind of support holding this like this. So that way when you push this, it's a nice solid push. So just make sure that when you do get any of these squonkers like this, that in the video when you're watching it, make sure that when they're doing this, it's not pushing that. Like right here, this one's actually got a lot of room. They really bent that clip out.
Yes, yeah.
This one's good.
Sorry.
No, I was just asking, is there a lot of play in the boxer one?
Well, the thing about the boxer is, like the lever. Okay, so you see how the lever on this one is kind of bent out.
Yeah, it's just like the
this one's got like a lot of travel to it. So when you finally get to the very end, the button's pushed all the way in, and then on top of that, like this is moving just a tad bit, not a lot, but just a hair. So he found that jamming something. What he did was took a piece of paper towel and he jammed it in here, and now he gets like super. He doesn't even have to barely push his button now.
Yeah, I have 7 different models of Squonk boxes. The only one that has that straight bar is Boxer, and that could just be their design, and that's fine. But the most efficient way of doing it is the way that everybody else is doing it, which is having the little bend, that little hook in there, and that's really what, because you don't have to worry about it smashing against the 510 connection. It's really got a point of contact where it's just basically hitting it on that one spot. Now, as you're doing that, Mark, I'm looking at the bottle. The bottle's actually moving too as you're moving that. So I don't know.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah, well, it hits the bottle, but I believe Mike talked to them about that, and they said that won't mess with the conductivity or short out or anything.
Well, you got to remember too, the bottle is moving, but actually, when the battery's in, you're not going to have that play in the bottle.
Yeah,
because your battery's going to be right up touching.
But it just. When you push the button in and when it gets to the very end, that's when it touches. It just would have been nice if they had a bend in there. So that way, like when you just barely pushed it, it's already touching. Kind of like how this one is right here. Like, when you start pushing the button, it's already touching. And I don't even have to push that button at all.
Now, let me ask you this, Mark. You've got an 18650 boxer squonker, right?
Yeah.
What is the inside? Is that one bent or is that one straight too?
Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's straight, but let me look. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it is straight. I have it right here. It's definitely straight. And that, like I said, that might be just their design, and that's cool, but it's obviously not the most efficient way of doing this because this is the way that every other one that I have is, where you see the bend out for the actual 510, which causes it not to put all that stress on the 510.
If you look at this RAM, I think there's support with this, right, or no? It seems like there might be, or is it?
Yeah. That's the support is right there. You see it where the magnet is.
Yeah. So this is kind of a smart way they did this with the support right there.
Yep.
I mean, you still got to push the button all the way in, but still, it has support to where it's not going to end up bending over. Because Strucken was having an issue, and I kind of was looking at it, and I'm like, well, it's kind of moving. So some move, some don't, and some just require you to push the button all the way in, as opposed to where some just require you just to touch the button. It's kind of something to look out for. Not saying the boxer's bad. Like, the boxer's still a really good mod. It just requires has more of a travel on the button. Much more of a travel.
It's really just their design. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah. Wow, we're getting a little active out here.
Is it getting rowdy?
It appears so.
I realize people are just talking shit again about vaporized nomads. It's ridiculous. It's the same fucking thing that we hear every fucking time.
What happened? What do they do now? What happened?
Apparently now, Legion is saying that they have proof that people were paid off to give vaporized nomads good reviews. I would love to know where my money is. Adam Miller, you owe me a check.
Show me proof.
Motherfuckers, man. That's what I'm saying. Some people get mad jealous over the dumbest shit. You know what I mean? It's just.
See, now they're gonna. They say that, And now all that's going to happen now, we're going to have trolls. Everyone that reviewed their mods, people are going to come fucking trolling. You got paid for video. Get the fuck out of
here. Yeah, shit's ain't never going to end. Oh, well.
There's not you'd have to have a lot of money because you got to keep in mind, I've been doing my channel for what, 3 years or so. So you have to keep in mind, I busted my ass for 3 years. So whatever you're going to pay me to lie about a product, and
it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, there's no telling, if I'm going to get caught or not. So you better have a couple million to pay me off.
Yeah, like I had my channel like a year and a half, so I could probably be brought for about 50, 60,000 maybe ish. I would probably take 10, maybe 5, probably 3.5.
Who the hell's going to risk
4,000
all the work they've done on their channel just for a couple $100?
Exactly, it's fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's probably, you know what, whatever. You were feeding into it by talking about it. That's all it is. But it's just ridiculous. It's everything that I hate about this community is just the bullshit and the nonsense. It's in here. It's internal, and that's what causes all of us to all this shit to happen on the outside. It's nonsense.
Hold on. There was a question on here. What dual 18650 Squonk to Mark order?
Oh, I ordered the. Funny thing is that I've been. Oh, they're called. What is it called? Shit. Let me look really quick. I forgot that. He's changed the name of the company. They're called.
Chad Adams, your check is in the mail. Thank you.
Thank you. It was originally M-Vapes. It is now. Hold on. You told me they changed the name of their company. Let me just click on this thing. Come on, buddy. Come on. They were M, as in Mark, Vapes. They are now called, drumroll please, Fine Mods. F-Y-N-E Mods. And I think they're somewhere in the UK. Now, the one I got is a dual 18650. It's a wooden one. And I know the first thing people are going to say when I do the video on it is like, wow, that thing's big. Because it's big. It's got some girth to it. Because it's made of wood.
Mark, you got your phone close by?
Yeah, I just looked at it. There we go.
Motherfucker.
What are we showing off in the background?
Where? What are you talking about? You're confused.
I thought you had something going off there.
Oh, no. He messaged me about
somebody pushing a coupon code in chat.
No.
See if I can show a picture of this. I don't think I can, but I'll try. Let's see. Ta-da! Oh shit, we're not in Zoom. Never mind. Where are we at? I can't find the screen. There is a screen. All right. Let's see. Share screen. No, I can't share. Damn it! What the hell?
Yeah, you can.
Hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, no, we're still doing it old school here, kid.
I keep forgetting how to do it. Oh, here we go.
And I just saw a comment from somebody, and I'm sure it's not probably trolling. It's probably the way that people believe. But just because a company sells a box, let's say they spend $50 in parts or $60 in parts, and then they sell the box for $100. What is the big fucking deal? They have business taxes. They pay fucking taxes. They pay insurance. They pay fucking this and that. It's ridiculous. It really is fucking nonsense, man. Like, I don't understand how. I don't know, man. It gets me mad because I see people all the time saying that shit. Like, I could build the same box for $50. Well, go build the fucking box for $50. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy's got to fucking feed us after paying lights, electric, fucking business taxes, paying people fucking shit.
What does the? I'm not talking shit about the Legion mod. So before you guys go messaging them, but what do they do? Like, are they known for like starting up drama, or what do they do? Like, what kind of group are they? I'm not familiar with them at all, really.
Who are we talking about?
The Legion or whatever they're called.
Oh, those guys. Oh, those guys. Oh, this is something different. The Legion is those guys. I don't know. I don't want to talk about them because I don't want to be the target of the next fucking thing. But they're I don't know. I'm not talking shit either.
Because because didn't something happen with them and Pissardo or something? And
there's always something going on. They pick targets and they just pick on people.
Oh, okay.
It's really just you know what? It's just one of those things. It's not a positive. It's not a positive group. You know what I mean? They don't do things positive, and that's what bothers me about shit like that.
I got you.
Yeah, that's why I just no longer get involved with it, because I don't use my channel to get views for drama. I use it to...
Don't get me wrong, I love drama. Oh, I love drama.
Oh, hell yeah, me too. Shit.
Yeah, but I don't use my channel to get entertainment for it.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean...
But if they made the... I'll tell you this, okay? I don't know who the Legion is. I have nothing against them. Nothing like that. But if they did say that reviewers were paid off by Adam to give the boss a positive review, I will say fuck them.
They're not lying.
Lie. Yeah, that's a lie.
They're absolutely lying. Listen, I have every one of the boss mods that since I started my channel, I've been getting mods from Adam. I have the fucking Revo over there. I have the Boss 3000. I have the VN 167. I was never paid, not even one time. And this is coming from somebody who has a very small channel and somebody like Mark who has a very large channel. Neither one of us were paid. So whatever end of the spectrum that these guys are claiming that people got paid on.
So if someone's gonna send them a message, because I know they are, if someone's gonna send them a message, say, man, Vaping Fagan said fuck you, make sure you tell them why I said that. If they fuck.
See, I know what's going on now. Thank you, Randall. I see what happened. It's you know who it is? I know exactly what it is now. It's Michael from the MRN mods. And guys, there's a lot of bullshit that's attached to that behind the scenes. That's really nobody's business. And there's a lot of ulterior motives and motivations that are going on right now. Why somebody like Michael from MRN mods is coming out and talking shit. There's a lot, and trust me, I'm involved in it too. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that's nobody's business that only concerns Adam and Michael. That's it. Nobody else. So I'm sure that's probably what this whole thing got started over. But some shit happened this weekend. But
okay, so they didn't say that then?
I don't know. I think that's what they're trying to say. But from what I'm reading here, somebody said that they were talking about Michael and Bob Buckland were backing them up and talking shit. But I'm telling you right now, Michael from MRN Mods has his own motivations for talking shit and saying stuff. So Michael may be a nice guy, but he's totally mixed up with something completely off topic and completely has nothing to do with...
Hold on. What is this? Watching both shows side by side, they just played your FU Mark LOL.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gosh.
Well, like I said earlier, I'm only saying fuck you if you guys said reviewers were paid. If you didn't say that, then hey, I'm not saying nothing. But
again, well, hold on. Again, I am upset because my show came on first.
and not for nothing, guys. And you know what? And like I said, I know what's going on already because I was involved in it this weekend with Michael and Adam. In between, I was in between the two of them, and it has nothing to do with anybody else besides Adam, a vendor, and somebody that he gets products from. Nobody else. So any other drama that's being started because of it is solely because of ulterior motives. That's the only thing I'm going to say about it. And it's nobody's business, okay? It's nobody else's business. I'm not going to start talking shit and because I don't know how much is supposed to get out or whatever, but I'm telling you right now, it's all fucking motivated by money.
I think the poor Bob Buckland. You know, Bob Buckland came on, he started vaping. He started hanging out in the Zoom rooms. He was just a normal, like, new vapor, just an old guy who just hung around his house and vaped and liked to talk and this and that. And now someone convinced him to take all his money, all his assets, and invest it into all these shitty vape products, like the cotton that we just talked about and some other shitty juice out there. So now he has all this money invested that people are just taking advantage of this guy. And
yeah, he's knee deep in it right now.
He's knee deep in it. He's probably going to be broke. He's going to be stuck with all this stuff. And at his age and with his health, it's going to be nothing but a disaster. So it's a shame that people took advantage of him like that. He was such a nice guy too, but he had money, and people said, "Hey, you got money? You want to buy this and fund this?" And sure enough, he did it. Now, man,
I think one of the best statements made was just now. Owens Law says, "Don't mess with Fagin Trump." There you go. There you go. Well, look, folks, we've been going 2 hours, and I don't really like going over that because then it just gets kind of ridiculous. So I think we're going to cut it off here, but I appreciate you joining us tonight. Don't forget, I'll have more info for y'all on this upcoming Thursday show to let y'all know where the True Vapor Show is going to lay for the next couple of weeks to a couple of months. It is going to turn over to an evening show for a little while, but after that, we'll go back to the normal time. So,
is Ronnie watching the show?
I think so. Ronnie, mute yourself, kid. He's not even listening. Well, I forget where we're at. I can do that. So, there we go. Anyway, Ronnie. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining. Hope y'all enjoy your evening. If I guess you need some drama, jump over there and look at that crap. So we're getting the hell out of here. Talk at you later. Thanks for watching. Night-night.
Bye.